we are back. I didn't really know what to play for this video because obviously it's the next one after the last one. It has been a day since I recorded that one. I figured I would give it a go at trying to figure out audio again because the last test wasn't terrible. The game was really quiet though, and obviously I had some issues on my own end, just like talking a lot, constant repetition, but I figured I'd give it another go, and I had a lot of trouble figuring out what game I wanted to play for this one, because I did want to make it more variety, so I didn't want to go back into Fortnite and just have another Fortnite video, because I don't want somebody to come across this, if anybody does, and think, oh, this like strikes me as a Fortnite channel, because I don't want that to be the impression I leave, I guess. So I wanted to give something like that's different. So I figured, I go for something that's kind of something that I've played consistently. Obviously, like I have the new PC, so it's not like it's not a very experienced account. Not many killers or survivors, but I figured I'd give it a go just because I also didn't want to get into anything story-based, because story games don't feel like a good thing to start with, especially since I'm just doing tests. I just felt like it wouldn't be a good idea. So I figured I'd go into a game that I can just play and have as I guess, something where I can go in, play a match, and then that'll be the video kind of thing. So what I'm gonna end up doing in this game this video, is that I will go ahead and pick a killer, play a match, and just have that be the video. And for the most part, it's just testing audio to see if I have a good balance between game and microphone. And if not, I will take it as a learning experience and I will improve. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and just set up a little custom game because I don't want to get into like anything crazy right now. So nothing too crazy, just setting up some bots, and I will be right in a second. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up these bots to have builds because I want them to offer me more of a challenge, because I do have a decent amount of experience in this game, and I do feel like it's kind of boring watching somebody who knows how to play the game so well, and then it's just, it's just stale when it becomes a bloodfest. But at the same time, I'm not saying that I'm a great player at this game, because I'm really not. I don't have a lot of experience with a lot of the newer stuff, especially since I think it was after, I want to say Chucky, I haven't played too much, because there is the newer killers like the Houndmaster, the Lich I haven't played, like Vecna and Dracula haven't played, Houndmaster haven't played, the Ghoul is the newest, I haven't played him either, but I do have an experience with the older stuff, and especially the perks. The new perks, I have no idea what any of them do, but we will see. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna pick up a couple random perks, go to a random map, see how it goes, but yeah, so I did mention that it was something I didn't want to do, where I didn't want to have another Fortnite video back to back at least. I'm sure I will upload more Fortnite soon. I'm not sure how soon, and it's hard to know when I'm going to even record because I do work a lot, so there is that issue. But for the most part, I'm just going to try and do a variety of videos, variety of games, because I don't want to force myself into one game. I don't want to be known for one game. So there's that, but in the meantime, I'm just trying to figure out what games to play, and if I have trouble figuring out a game to play, then it postpones the video, then that's going to be, because that's what was happening today. I didn't really know what to record. Okay, so seems like I found somebody. There we go. I can't see. So far, the last video hasn't been performing super well because it's my first, and people aren't really getting traffic over to that video. But, I'm not too worried about it because obviously it is my first almost put on this channel. And it's not something that I'm really too bothered by. Like, obviously, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm a broken record with this video and the last video about how, like, obviously it would be nice, but there's only so much I can do in regards to, like, exposure, because people, like, I was looking at, like, analytics and stuff, because, you know, you can do that, and, there's a lot of people who were shown my video, like, the thumbnail and stuff, and, like, it was put in recommendeds, I think, but very few, like, very, very few. It's a very low percentage of people who, like, went through and followed through with, like, the link, I guess. And, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and chase this Jake, because, right now, I don't really have a lot of pressure anywhere, because I only have Meg on hook, and it's very start of the game. They're getting there pretty quickly, so if anything, I'm hoping that Deadlock will keep them, like, held out from generators when they do inevitably finish one. Or, if anything, hopefully I can find time to catch a generator, because, yeah, that would suck if I can't. I'm gonna go ahead and protest this deal. Because I don't want them to go ahead and get them for free when I can interrupt it. I'm gonna go after Meg again, because I do know that she is an easy target for the most part. She's vulnerable, she was just on hook. We're gonna have to figure out what's going on here. She's right over here. Oops. I thought she would be on this side for some reason. Okay, so that's the most progress generator. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually, never mind. I was gonna go over there. And interrupt if anybody was nearby, but I just happened to find Jake again. So that's good. And get a little bit of a read on Neo as she's running away. Oh, she's coming back. It's good to get into this immediate chase. We're going to see if... Okay, that generator is making progress, so I'm going to interrupt that. For the most part, I'm just trying to spread pressure, because obviously, like, I'm not doing too well at the start of the game. I have 3 hooks. It's not terrible, but at the same time, I do need to be careful. I do have Jake dead on hook if I need to kill him, you know. For the most part, I'm just trying to spread pressure. It's hard for me to focus in games, like, especially when I recorded the Fortnite video. It's hard to focus on commentating over the gameplay, because when I'm playing, for the most part, this is, like, all new. When I'm playing, I usually, unless I'm playing with my girlfriend, I'm very silent. I don't talk. Like, I'm in silence, like, focusing on the game or whatever it may be. I'm not used to commentating over everything I do, and it's a little stressful, because I want to entertain, but at the same time I want people to understand, like, what's going through my mind while I'm playing. But it's so it's a hard balance to find for me. I'm sure there are people who are way better at it than I am, but right now I'm very good at it. I will say, I was nervous to get into, like, story-based games, because I don't want to start anything right now, and then, like, in the future, maybe people will see that, and they're like, oh, well, where's the next part in this or something, if that ever happens. So I figured I would get into something, like, more, I guess, not story-based. Like, I considered, like, a Star Wars Battlefront, but at the same time, like, I don't really feel like anybody's gonna go into, like, a Star Wars Battlefront video, because it's a 10-year-old game now. I don't know, maybe people wouldn't find it interesting, but I figured Dead by Daylight's a good start, because there is a community behind that. It's a pretty big one, I feel. I feel like, if anything, this might expose people to the channel, and if anything, if they like the Dead by Daylight content, maybe they'll see the other content, and maybe they'll stay for me. So, I have that. I do need to soon figure out how to edit, because that is something that is going to be necessary, especially with this rambling that I go on. The rambling is something that needs to be taken on, because first of all, I doubt everybody wants to hear me ramble for however long this video is, like, straight, and it's just something that, like, if I don't edit down these videos, I don't feel like people are going to be very interested, because there are down times, like here when I'm walking, and, like, you know, so, and it's just this whole thing is nerve-wracking because I'm talking to myself. It feels really awkward, and it's a little stressful because like I want to come across likable. I want to come across in a way that people are like excited to watch something or whatever it may be. But so far, it's just like I get like my girlfriend watched my last video that I uploaded, and she told me about it. She gave me some like criticism, not like in a bad way. She gave me some like constructive criticism, and one of the things she said is that I sounded really nervous, and I feel like that's true, and I'm feeling that shining through right now too. It sucks because I am nervous because this is a very like awkward thing to do, to sit here in a room playing games, talking to myself. Like, I want it to flow smoothly, but so far it's not. And that's something I need to work on, and something that I intend to work on. And I feel like it will only get better with practice, I guess, in a way, by continuously doing it. But for the most part, it's something I just need to work on. So far the game's going really well. I have Jake dead now, considering he's downed, and Meg was dead too. I don't think I've even hooked. Who have I not hooked? I don't feel like I've hooked one of them. But this game seems pretty secure, and ultimately there's not much I can do to win. The most I can think of is if I kill one of them and one of them gets hatch. But beyond that, I think we're good. They are both here, actually. I'm going to go ahead and hit her and then go over to Bill. I want to spread that injury. I don't want one of them being healed. If anything, I might be able to, I guess, down one of them, find the other, and then just finish the game that way. Not to be, like, sweaty or anything, just for the sake of getting the Mori off, because it's cool to see. But, or maybe I won't, because I do know... Actually, I think I'll be fine. I was going to say YouTube has a problem with that, but that's only for people who make money off of these things. So, I should be fine. Because I'm not making money off of this. In the future, if I do, that is something I will have to worry about. But, not now. But yeah, so... This game's going well so far. It's just me and her left. A good ball, but... Of course, the bots don't really take bad balls, usually. Some games I'm interested in playing, I was saying it in the last video that I would like to do some Oblivion content because I've been really into that. But it is awkward because I would be starting it like in the middle of, not in the middle, I'm not that far in, but like in like a awkward spot in the game because if anything, I feel like a lot of people would want to watch it from beginning, and I'm not at the beginning. So if anything, if I were to play that, I would have to restart, I feel. Same with a lot of other games, like if I wanted to play story games, I would have to restart. Like maybe I'll do like a Resident Evil video or something, where I start Resident Evil 2 from the start. Because I, could do that. Or I could do Oblivion, as I said, or other story games that I have. Like I've been into Supermarket Simulator, but I don't know if people would want to watch that journey from the start, because it is, like I am pretty far in now. But... yeah, so it is just something that, like, I feel like I stress a little bit over. The games and the commentary, it's just a lot to balance all at once, but I feel, I guess, this sort of self-conscious, like, feeling where I feel like I talk too much, or I'm not interesting in what I'm talking about, or it's too repetitive, or whatever it may be. Like I have these criticisms in my head, and it kind of gets in my head a little bit because I am new at this, but at the same time I have that feeling where it's like I am new to this, but I feel like I shouldn't be this bad at it, is the kind of thing that I struggle with. So it is something that I have to work through. It is something that I will work through, but in the meantime you'll have to just sit through more of this. It will get better, I'm sure, and I do appreciate the criticism in any way, especially from my girlfriend. She is honest with me, and I appreciate that about her. And ultimately, the game's over. I won, and I hope that it was an enjoyable watch. If not, then why are you watching? No, but seriously. It was fun to record again. I will do that again soon. Whether or not it'll be a different game, I'm not sure yet. But if anything, I'll see you in the next one, and you'll see then. All right, bye.